Good morning. I'm Peter Milios from the Finance News Network. Stocks rose Wednesday as investors hoped congressional leaders and President Joe Biden could come to a deal on the US debt ceiling and avoid a catastrophic default. At the conclusion of a meeting between the President and congressional leaders Tuesday, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy said that a better process is now in place for further talks, saying it's possible to get a deal by the end of the week. The White House said that Biden cancelled a second leg of an upcoming international trip to focus on the negotiations. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has said the government needs to raise the limit immediately as the country faces the possibility of defaulting as early as June 1. Concerns over a potential default have weighed on markets recently. The Dow is about 2% down this month, including a 1% decline on Tuesday. However, overnight, the Dow Jones Industrial Average traded 1.24% higher. The S&P 500 gained 1.2%, whilst the Nasdaq Composite advanced 1.3%. Regional bank shares rebounded on Wednesday, helping market sentiment. Shares of US regional banks rallied after Western Alliance Bancorp said deposits had grown by more than $2 billion since the quarter's end, easing worries about the health of the US regional lenders. The KBW Regional Banking Index soared by 7.3% for its best day since January 2021. Western Alliance rose 10%, whilst PacWest Bancorp jumped 22%. The sector had been under pressure since March when a series of firms, including Silicon Valley Bank, collapsed. And National Western Life Group soared by over 45% overnight after announcing a strategic alternatives review and formed an independent committee to oversee the process. In commodity news, the European Union aims to reduce its dependence on China and other countries for critical materials by 2030. But this can only be achieved through increasing financing and faster permitting. The EU has set targets for mining 10% of its annual needs, recycling 15% and processing 40% of critical materials within Europe. Morgan Stanley's Global Director of Research predicts that a massive $7 trillion investment will be required by 2040 to overhaul the EV battery supply chain in a multipolar world. This transition demands significant policy coordination and investment to accelerate the shift toward electric vehicles, secure key raw materials, and develop supply chains and infrastructure. The dominance of China in the global EV battery supply chain highlights the urgency for the West to invest and create a new supply chain to meet decarbonisation goals and address national security concerns. And Fortescue Metals Group new CEO Fiona Hick is considering acquisitions in the critical materials sector, indicating a potential strategy shift from the iron ore giant. The company aims to diversify into green metals like lithium and supply battery materials to its clean energy-focused division. Overall, most US sectors closed higher overnight. Financials, energy and consumer discretionary all closed higher by 2%, whilst utilities was the worst performer. The SPY futures are pointing to a 0.6% gain. Thank you for listening.